NCRP Productions proudly presents Mörk Borg. Episode 3, The High and Not the Pill.
Welcome back. My name is Mike and I'm going to be your GM this session, and we are playing Mörk Borg, the pitch black apocalyptic fantasy RPG where you are not guaranteed to survive or really even enjoy yourself. Let's go ahead and meet our survivors.
Oh, well, hello everybody out there. I will be playing the cursed Skinwalker. I also happen to be George Clooney.
And who are you that's playing this?
Oh, yeah. That's not important. I'm John. Hey, listeners. I'll be playing George Clooney, the cursed Skinwalker today.
We haven't done enough episodes for you to just start with your character name. They
I'm just
don't know you well enough. Yes, so excited to be George.
Yeah.
I wish my brother George was here.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm playing Bartholomew Bilge, the Buccaneer, and his 4 rats.
Hey, it's Barry. I am running Blevit, the Fanged deserter.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I am running Crag Sally, the Swashbuckler.
With
Knife
such
knave.
enthusiasm.
No, I'm very enthusiastic.
Yes.
And also, I've gotten a new skill ability where I can sneak up on people and kill them from behind.
Yeah, you've gotten more stabby.
When I'm more stabby, then they die faster and more of the death is occurring.
Oh, yeah, you're playing Craig Sally. I forgot. Yeah.
Truly, I remember every time she starts doing it, and I love just watching your guys' faces.
I'm too polite.
Like, wow, she's still talking. Wow.
Forget every fucking time, too.
Fantastic. So, just for a brief recap, last time you guys started offshore in your dinghy. As Craig Sally shakes her head at me. You were staring up at the unmoving body of this Leviathan, this gigantic fish monster that has been beached on the shore. You saw a person standing there stabbing it over and over again, claiming that it was his. You then handily took care of that gentleman after he pulled a few of you off the boat. You felt something very large swim beneath you, and you made your way to the shore.
Quickly.
Upon reaching the shore, you all had kind of a weird friends montage. You then began stabbing the monster's body over and over again.
We were carving a home.
We were making a house.
I think we were building Central Perk.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We were building a
coffee
home.
shop.
There was
That's right.
purpose, there was artistry, there was love.
And then we got hit by basically a Hitchcock film.
Yes, you started getting attacked by seagulls, and when I say attacked, I mean they started shitting all over you and then biting you.
At least a flock.
Yes.
No.
There was a number of seagulls. That is the number is irrelevant, and what a group of seagulls called is also not important. You then noticed a large sign. And a sign next to it, that would be called 2 signs. You saw 2 signs, one pointing in one way, saying Brineskull. It was crossed out, and over the top of it, it said Blasphemers. The other one said Salt Stank, and it was crossed out, and it said No You. You then began making your way toward the Blasphemers in Brineskull. Heading along the cliffside, you noticed that there was, off in the distance, a person standing in a small rowboat, far off in the water.
That's right.
I'm sure it wasn't important.
Yeah, it was not relevant to our plot.
No.
Absolutely irrelevant, which is why it happened then, and I'm mentioning it now.
Yeah. You're just doing a really good recap.
Yeah. I'm just really trying to draw everyone in with my droning. You then made a camp for the evening. Where, after laughing about a certain creature,
That's right.
You then were nearly attacked by the Seagullipede.
Yeah.
However, utilizing one of your rations, which I hope is now off of your character sheet.
It is.
And everybody else needs to make sure that you've also taken one off. Because you ate yesterday. Unless you didn't.
Nope, yeah. Then because we used one and then I gotta eat too. Okay.
Yes.
I might be on a fasting regimen. I mean, I might have a roll to get trim for.
You're on a
forgotten to write
cleanse.
down that I even have rations. Did we get them as a group?
You started off with rations.
How many?
4
A
is what
number.
I started with 4.
It might be a D4 rations or a D6 ration.
You know what? D4 sounds good. Roll a D4. Let's see
right.
how many you had.
And then, of course, subtract 1 for the ration that I ate apparently yesterday. Okay, so I have 2 rations remaining.
Well, if you had been a cannibal, you would have had food, but you chose not to be a
that's
cannibal.
true.
I
You would have.
swear he was a cannibal. Am I tripping? Nobody else remembers that?
I think you're straight
Again.
tripping, Boo.
Bites, does not swallow.
We've been over the fact that Barry doesn't swallow.
It went eerily quiet at the table. I don't like that.
I was just laughing really hard because of your laugh.
You then entered into the town. It took you about an entire day to walk there. This was a town mostly made out of stone. All of the buildings seemed to be leaning away from the cliff as
Right.
the entire town was nearly hanging off of the cliff. This town was very, very windy, and it did not smell great. Looking around the town, you noticed that there was a large stone temple. You noticed kind of an abandoned shack-looking place. You noticed some large gallows that appeared to have like five nooses hanging off of it, and it looks like maybe there's something hanging there. The nooses do look like the ropes are actually incredibly long for some reason, and this appears to be hanging over the cliff. One other thing that you notice, there is one of the buildings. It appears to be almost like a mess hall, also kind of built of stone, and you can see that all of these buildings have just tons and tons of holes in them. Like, these are not well built.
Like doors and windows?
Yes, but much smaller.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
like small windows.
That's what I'm going to call every hole now. It's like a small window or door.
I don't think your girlfriend's going to be stoked about that. Looking around the town, you noticed that there were a bunch of people milling about, but the 4 people that you did really take note of was a hook-handed man who was wide-eyed and chewing on an old fishing pole.
Yeah, I recall.
You noticed a person who looked incredibly sleepy and kept nervously looking toward the forest. You noticed another person. She had a shaved head and was missing one eye, and she was fixing a boat very poorly, might I add. And then you also noticed another person sitting next to a large pile of dead birds, and he appeared to be cutting the wings off of a bird as that happened. You did notice that all of the birds were missing wings. And this is where we currently are. This is the beautiful seaside town of Brineskull. Welcome.
Wow, this is one of the nicer towns I've seen in a while.
It's a paradise.
I actually believe that it's one of the towns that I haven't seen in a while. One of the first towns I've seen in quite a while, I think is what I should have said.
I mean, it smells like, something ate a fish, shit, and then some more fish ate that. I don't know, a bunch of fish, but like, it smells better than the last town at least.
I like how some of the people are alive.
Yeah, that's really nice, actually. That's a good change of pace. What was that? Yeah, Delilah likes it too.
The rats being squeaking in your ear.
Yeah, they're all
whispering
like,
all sorts of
you
secrets.
can't. Okay, fine. Stay with an eye shot, though. And then you see, like, Delilah stays on my shoulder, actually hops up to the top of my head and holds on to, like, one of my dreads. And then my hair is just matted and dirty and has some seaweed in it, too. Decorative. And then the other 3 all hop off of the little ropes. They basically disembark me, and then you just see them spread out. Like, Rust goes and jumps in a puddle and he's clanging and splashing, and I don't know, the other ones go and have fun in some, I don't know, shit or something.
Can I just say how much I don't like the phrase disembark me?
Just wait until we go in a boarding party. It's something, all right.
I'm gonna take note of the faded Yelp sticker in the mess hall window.
Yes.
I think we should head there.
I believe that's a very fine choice.
Fantastic.
We proceed.
Okay, so as the 5 of you, I apologize, Delilah, As the 5 of you begin making your way into town, you notice that everybody here appears to be like kind of eyeing you, like looking really suspiciously at you. Now this is not unusual. Most people are looking to murder other people in this town. You do see that this person who's chewing on the fishing pole is definitely watching you, and he begins whispering to the guy who is cutting off the bird's wings, and he points to you as you begin getting closer and closer to this communal building of some sort.
You guys see the guy pointing at us, right?
That one, and I point at the person.
Yeah, that one. I'll
That
point
one.
too.
Okay, we're both pointing and talking about
I'm
this
gonna
person.
loudly say, "Man, I'm hungry after killing all those people really well."
Yes, we're all very strong and tough. Tougher
Yes.
than that person, I'm sure.
Definitely tougher than that person right there.
So this
I'll
large
just smile.
Blevit smiles and just shows these enormous, disgusting fangs dripping with blood and what's that white stuff? Is that tar? Is that pus? Who knows? But it is beginning to drip down his lips. I'm actually trying to make Sequoia sick. So
You're
we'll see.
yeah, you're doing really well. That one got me.
So this person who's cutting off the bird's wings begins standing up. You can see that this person is probably about 11-ish feet tall.
Problem.
That's a
Wow.
lot of feet.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
We may not be tougher than that person right there.
That person. We may have miscalculated about that person.
And as soon as you mentioned that you murdered a bunch of people, he immediately begins walking really quickly towards you. The hook-handed man takes the fishing pole out of his mouth, and his eyes narrow. His jaw begins to clench, and you can see that he begins lifting this fishing pole as if it's maybe some kind of whip or something.
I'm gonna walk equally fast towards him.
Okay.
Ah, bold move.
You're approaching the giant guy with bird blood on him?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So this person has a one huge, to you it would be a sword. To this person it's probably his dagger.
Okay.
But he approaches you and he goes, "Did I hear you correctly? What did you just say you did?"
Killed lots of people really well.
I see. How many? Was it about 4 of them?
Lost count.
Ah, yes, 4 is a very high number. Yeah, Hooker, I think that this might be them. I think this is some of that salt stank scum coming back here to kill the rest of us.
I don't know what salt stank is. However, I do see that you are a connoisseur of the blade.
Are you from Salt Stank?
No,
But you killed people recently, here.
not here.
What do you mean, not here? I understand that you didn't do it right now, but do you mean here in this town or near this town?
Gentlemen,
friends-
do you think we should assist this
do we
sally?
hear
We
that-
should
we hear
probably
this?
participate in
Yeah.
this conversation.
Out on the water. We killed them out on the water.
Oh, were they in a boat?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Hooker, this is them! You see the hook-handed man actually begins walking very quickly toward you, and you can see that this is this fishing pole that he is holding is also some sort of maybe a magic wand of some sort. He begins approaching you, and it begins glowing ever so slightly.
I'm gonna raise up my gun a little bit, okay, but I don't need no magic slung at me today.
And he goes,
Oh, hey there. Yeah, so we're just gonna need you to go ahead and stop what you're doing, we need you just to stop. Apparently you're coming here from Salt Stank, and we don't need any of that going on here. So, go ahead, put your weapons down on the ground, and we'll just make this real easy.
I don't know what salt stank is.
Yeah, what? We don't know what's. Oh wait, was that the other town? There was a sign. There was 2 towns.
Oh, we're not from that
Oh,
town.
yeah.
No. We're from.
No.
You mean where all the blasphemers are from? We aren't those people.
I believe it's and you.
Ah.
Yeah. Was that you guys that wrote the and you?
Know you.
No, you. The.
Yeah, we saw that they had gone in defaced our sign, so yeah, we did that back to them. But it only makes sense, and especially now that I'm looking at you and I'm really getting a feel for who you people are, pulling out your weapons, killing our people, and all this. I'm really starting to understand that you're probably along with them being blasphemers and
We are strangers to this land.
and being demons. It looks like maybe each of you has maybe another head that you're hiding somewhere.
Like, raise my
so,
hand. Real quick. The people in that town, do they like to be, I don't know, crazed lunatics that would run at you with a knife?
well, yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of things that are going on wrong with them. You know, I'm pretty sure that they're the ones who's been sodomizing all the fish. So
we killed one of those guys.
Yeah.
Well, we were over.
you killed a
that way.
fish sodomizer.
Well, I mean, we killed somebody from that side, and they came at us real quick with a knife.
He
so.
was awful possessive of that large fish.
He was. Oh my God, you're right. He was.
So you saw a guy having relations with a fish and you killed
Absolutely.
him?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, well that makes sense. So do you have any way to maybe prove that you're not from Salt Stank? Because if you just killed a bunch of people on a boat, we've got some people who went missing on a boat. And,
Could you describe these people to us?
can I describe these people for you? Well, you know, mostly they were just kind of normal looking people. But you see, they were two men, and they were two of the ladies. You know.
Oh,
Well-
this is clearly a misunderstanding.
Absolutely, George. Please tell him.
Yes, the people that we killed looked like this, and I'll reach into my cloak pull the faces
Yeah.
of the crew of the
These are the
Weeping
ones we
Wound.
killed.
Yes, these were the people we
Wow.
killed. They looked
Perfect.
like
So,
this.
Gentlemen, this one here was only Kevin.
Oh,
I put it over my face and I go, "I'm only Kevin. I'm a piece of shit."
all right there.
God, it's like he's
George-
here with us,
Yeah.
George. It's
I
amazing.
believe there's another one. I believe this one's Mule Kick.
Oh, my head's really stupid. I'm a piece of shit. I'm mule kick.
Oh, do you mind if I see those faces you got there?
I'll hand over the faces.
I mean, he begins touching the faces and feeling just how pliable they still
Yeah.
are. Almost seems like kind of good leather at this point. He begins like
Oh.
going to put his tongue on one of them. Anyone gonna stop?
No.
I'm
not-
watching.
That's his
with
business.
rapt
Yeah. I'm really interested in what he's gonna do with these
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Can I stroke my chin and look closely at him?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I take the gun, lay it down, I put my hands on the barrel,
I'm gonna go like this.
and then lean my chin on it, and then just kind of like lean there watching.
just like the most dangerous way to handle a musket.
Yeah, the gun's
Okay.
cocked too, because I'm ready
You're
to
resting
fire
your
it.
toe on the trigger.
Yeah, Delilah's actually on top of the trigger guard, kind of hanging there too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're.
Didn't hear that was the.
You're zooming in with your binoculars?
Yeah. Yeah, so he is watching for your reaction. He goes to lick it a little bit, and he ends up kind of sticking his tongue up the nose of only Kevin, and he goes, "Oh yeah, these seem real fresh here. Do you mind if I keep these?"
We are visitors to your town, after all. It seems
Yeah.
only fitting that we pay some sort
Oh.
of tribute.
A tithe.
That's fantastic. Oh, you know, actually, yeah, we do have a little bit of a custom here where you do have to bring some food.
You're
and
holding.
I'm seeing that you brought a bunch of food for us, and so that's great.
And he is pointing to your donkey.
Oh, this is
So,
a friend.
we're just gonna go ahead and we'll just take that for you. And he goes, "Hey there, Jaula, if you want to just go ahead and grab that donkey for us."
Excuse me, gentlemen. To qualify, I thought you had meant, and for the three of you, this is what cannibalism is. I thought you had meant that you were going to take the two faces as food.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, maybe in a pinch, but if we've got actual real food there.
And he begins licking his lips
May I
while
be-
staring at your emaciated, diseased, nearly
May I
dead
be
donkey.
extremely clear in explaining that the donkey there is not actually food. It is a pack animal.
Oh, so, all right then. Well then, hey, I guess it's time for our normal town meeting, isn't it, there, Jaula?
And then that huge, like 11-foot person goes, "Yep, seems that way, hooker." This man shouts out,
All right there. So everybody, we got some newcomers here. I'm gonna need you to come on out. We gotta do the town meeting. Everyone, come out and meet the new folks, and then we'll do the vote. What do you
Oh,
think?
cool.
Mr. Clooney, I don't think this is the best of situations for us to stay in.
It's a great opportunity to meet everybody in the town. We
I
might
believe
make
they are
friends.
calling everyone. George is right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and lean back up and just kind of like, all right, Yeah, that's fine. All right, we'll stay.
It's
I'll
like
just
around
like
us.
sling it over my shoulder.
So yeah, you see like out of these just couple of real shanty, like little shacks and stuff like that, you see about 25 to 26 people in total come pouring out, and they kind of surround all of you guys. And they're all looking at you guys very hungrily.
I'll say.
Again, may I remind you folks, this is what cannibalism is.
Okay there. Well, thanks for coming out, everybody. I'd like y'all to meet our new friends. These are newcomers. They're foreigners. You know, they're coming in here. They're not bringing any food, but they did give us some masks and stuff, so that's real nice. Everyone give them a hand.
Those who have two hands do clap. You hear like 3 or 4 claps.
And then the thunderous applause of the one-handed people.
Exactly. Yeah. They're all just high-fiving back and forth.
I would like to lean over to Bart and ask, what's the name of the town that they hate again?
And you.
Skank slip.
Stinks?
Know you.
Stink town.
Stinkler.
I've said it 5 times this episode.
I've got Fat Moo the 9th written
It
down.
is Salt Stank.
Salt Stink.
There you go.
Fantastic.
I was
I say,
close.
fuck Salt Stank. We hate that place. Yeah.
Hey,
boo.
that's great. Yeah, we do too. All right, everybody. So, as has been happening, you know, we're still in need of some food. So who votes that we eat the newcomers?
And everybody except you raises your hand unless one of you raises your hand.
I'll say, what if
The
I
doggy
told?
puts above.
Say, what if I tell you I know where even more food is than us?
All right, everybody. Hold on.
Say,
You know, this is a you and me conversation. This is not a whole town conversation. You have food somewhere?
yes.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody, go ahead and disperse. We're gonna figure this one out first, and then we'll. To be honest, I'll probably be calling you back in a few minutes. Don't go too far.
You see everybody like
Grumble,
takes like
grumble, grumble.
yeah. Everybody starts grumbling and takes like 3 or 4 steps back. They're all still watching you.
No.
But he actually just straight turns away from you and begins walking away toward this large stone church. He turns back and go,
Well, follow me, why don't you? Come on.
Let's go.
We follow.
This guy seems nice
George,
enough.
keep the donkey.
I'm going to stand very close to my donkey.
maybe
go ahead.
ride him.
give a presence check.
I give a presence check by rolling this die. That's a 6.
Okay, fantastic.
That's a 4.
Oh, okay, good. That's great.
Donkey's fine.
He's making waffles.
Absolutely.
Donkey.
Oh God.
Shrek reference?
It is.
That's a
Yeah,
Shrek
yeah.
reference.
Shrek
Yes, it
reference.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
a 4-1 at that.
But the impression.
Real deep pull, yeah.
Thank you.
So he begins walking toward this large stone church, and he goes, so, and he's looking directly at Bartholomew Bilge. He goes, so there, you're telling me that you know where a bunch of food is. Is this food that you brought, or are you catching a bunch of fish or something?
Oh,
So-
it's a bunch of fish.
Yeah, so get this. So remember how we mentioned we killed the fish fornicator?
Ah, yeah.
Okay. So
That salt stank scum.
yes,
Who's been
that's
pumping fish.
yes.
course.
So we caught him. I didn't see him, pumping a fish necessarily at the time, but he was far enough away that he was doing
To be
something.
clear, Bart, when we approached, he was sticking the fish.
He was
That's right.
penetrating the fish.
He was.
You
He
can't
was.
deny that.
Oh,
No.
for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So the fish though is, and I'll look around for like the tallest tree around. Actually, no. I'll just. Could we see it from the cliff here?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you guys are about a day's walk away.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll say it's a day's walk from here. It's on the beach that we came to. A massive leviathan filled with meat, laying there on the beach just for the taking.
Is that so? But you said that those 3-headed demons who've been conjuring all sorts of weird basilisks and stuff over there in Salt Stank, you said that they've already gotten to it?
There
ain't
was
no way that they're gonna share it.
there was one person there,
One person.
Who's dead
And
now?
and they're dead.
Sticking the fish.
And
He is no longer sticking the fish.
If you go now, you'll have plenty of time to get there before anybody else knows. He could have been the scouting party and just got a little too antsy.
Oh, you betcha.
As a consideration, I might also add, if you were to bring, say, possibly a decent barista, there is most of a coffee shop already carved out of it.
Oh, well, you know, that could be a real good addition to the town here. How would we go about moving a whole You know, that's something that we're going to get to later. Jeez Louise, there's just so much going on here.
It's enough.
exciting.
Yeah, it's enough to feed you guys for a long time. Look,
Yeah.
the whole thing with the ship, bad situation, and we're just trying to correct it. So, you have supplies. I got some money. I need to buy some, but we don't want to cause no trouble for you. We're not like those salt stank sons of bitches.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We don't even want any of the food. That's for you.
You don't want any of the food.
You can have the lot.
I mean, if there was extra food, I'd love to. I'm a little peckish.
Now, I'll tell you, kind of most of our people here who were real muscly and were able to do lots of fighting and stuff, he looks around shiftily, they've gone away. You know, if you're travelers and you're just kind of wanting a nice place to stay, I'll tell you, I got this beautiful place. It's like the Ritz. That I can just let you use it for a while, and if you're willing to do me a few little favors here, I might even be able to give you some of my treasure.
My ears perk up.
By which you mean rats.
As do Delilah's.
Yeah,
Out
as
in one
do-
of the mud holes. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
3 heads pop out.
Oh God, I hope your rats are okay in the town.
Hard cut to the rats.
They are made of meat.
Hard cut to the rats being chased around by somebody with a hammer.
I was thinking more like there's an alleyway that's dark, there's a body on the ground, like Rust is cleaning a knife, and they're having a nice meal together. Because they're family.
So it's a little nicer than an Olive Garden.
Yeah, it's a little nicer than an Olive Garden. It's family cooking.
You're in this alley with your other rat friends.
Yeah. They invited some of the neighbor rats from down the alley, and they're like, please come, you know, they're not. Hard cut back to us. They're
Right.
fine.
Well, I mean, squad, we do need a nice place to stay.
And treasure is always wonderful.
And these people honestly seem pretty friendly and kind. They all came out to meet us.
They're reasonable.
They're
very
very
reasonable.
They don't fuck fish.
Yeah, that's a big.
Oh, that's true. None of us. I mean, there ain't no fish to catch anymore. If we were of the type to have relations with fish,
Which you clearly aren't.
which we're not.
Yes.
Of course.
It would be a waste of food.
And I think the overarching beauty of this town is they seem to subscribe to Darwin's theory of survival of the weakest.
Yes,
Or
Yeah,
the mob.
what do you need all those muscles for? You're just showing off muscles. It's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
it's a waste of food.
Yeah.
So, would you be willing to kind of secure that food for us?
I mean, do you happen, if you guys have a cart we could use, we could always slough some back here.
Oh, I can certainly let you use a cart.
I have a donkey. And assuming that, can I look and see if my donkey's present?
You definitely see someone chewing on your donkey.
Ah!
Like on the tail.
Yeah! Chew! Chew!
Yeah, there's a guy who's just biting the donkey, and the donkey actually looks like maybe it's kind of grateful that it's going to be over soon.
Finally.
It's Eeyore.
A single tear.
Well, that's the way I go. Chewed up by a small person.
So I just gotta ask you just a couple more questions here. So you're not from Salt Stank, so I suppose that you're here probably to worship at our beautiful temple of the basilisks. Is that true?
George?
Oh, I mean, we love Verhu.
Oh,
Very much.
Oh, of course, yeah. Everybody loves Verhu. Yes.
Greatest.
Yep.
Just
Praise
tops.
Verhu.
Praise
Certainly.
Verhu.
I'd like everybody to go ahead and make a presence check. The first thing that you're getting is every time this gentleman speaks, this like rotting stench of sour milk is coming out of his mouth.
Nice. Yeah, I got a 14.
11,
What?
yeah.
14?
14?
11, then.
11?
I got a 6.
6?
Well, I beat that. I got a 5.
Hey!
Fantastic. All right. So the two of you haven't really noticed the guy chewing on the donkey. Either that or you're looking at that and just going like, that's
I wonder
kind
where
of a
this
good
is going
idea.
to go.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's an experiment and all.
Bartholomew Bilge, you have noticed that there is a church Craig Sally, you have noticed that all of these like weird little carvings of the two-headed basilisk made out of like driftwood and stuff, they do appear to be real janky, and there does appear to be something beneath it. But yeah, with what this guy is saying, that's just something that you've all noticed. And he goes, yeah, so I will tell you that those salt stank scum, they're probably gonna be trying to get at, you know, the big fish, doing all the stuff that they do to fish, and they're definitely not gonna want to share. Now they are like three-headed demons. They're all murderous. They have like a child fighting ring. They conjured up these clouds that's covering the sun. They are actually like led by this real evil witch. Yeah, she's real terrible. She's just a real piece of work.
What's this filthy hag's name?
Her name is they usually call her Eliza the Sweaty. She's a real sweaty one. You know?
I'll spit on the ground.
Yeah, like that, but the stuff that just comes right out of your skin.
Disgusting.
Exactly, yeah. It's pretty nasty there. So, you're willing to go do this for us, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
You did say you had a cart.
Yeah, we can get you a cart.
You possibly have two.
He kind of like looks around. He sees like a couple destroyed rowboats. He goes, yeah, I think we can probably pull together a couple of carts for you.
And we have the means to bring one of them. Quite possibly, do you have the means to drag the other? And I look at the 11-foot man.
Well, you know, we kind of ran out of animals. We do have this big old pile of dead birds. Is that gonna, it looks like that's what you're looking at. Is that what's gonna help you? Is that what you're asking for?
I'm not certain. Can he animate them?
What does he do with the birds?
I mean, we have heard things. The two-headed basilisk and all. I mean, your town has been blessed by the two-headed basilisk to allow raising of birds into beasts of burden, right?
Oh, yes, certainly. The
last town we were in
all praise
had
Verhu.
Verhu.
Of course. What does he do with the birds? You know, it's a real strange thing. Every time we ask him, he just says arts and crafts. We're not quite sure what he's doing.
I want to look more at this temple. So we're inside of it, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are standing outside. You guys can clearly like walk inside if you want to.
And so when I go inside, is it just like the pews and like a little at the beginning? There's like a pulpit or whatever.
They're more like PUs.
Damn it.
Because of the smell.
I'm loving this. I'm happy.
Yeah, so going inside of this stone temple, you do notice that there are a bunch of like rough wooden pews, things like that. Stop smiling at me.
Sorry.
A couple of rough wooden pews. You can see that there are a bunch of like driftwood kind of statues that have been like lashed together with rope, all of the two-headed basilisks. And then there's a very, very large one that it appears like it would be a big statue, but it's just entirely covered up in driftwood, and it appears to be like all tied together, and it makes it just, I mean, for driftwood, it looks great, but it looks like the head of Verhu.
The driftwood does.
Yes, like it's making
around
the shape of
the
Verhu.
thing.
Around what thing? Yes, around whatever is beneath it. Yeah.
Okay, my instincts here are just to go murdery, hobo-y, but are we playing it like that?
I mean, it's Mörk Borg.
I'm gonna go cut
Well,
the
Sally,
rope
I
on
mean,
the
it
statue.
is your choice.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go over and cut the rope?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you start walking toward it, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you know, praise Verhu and all that." He sees you pull out one of your knives, and he goes, "Oh no, you know, you probably shouldn't go doing that." You cut the rope, and you can see that this driftwood falls apart, and beneath it, you can see this beautiful statue made of like polished green stone, and it is of a fish humanoid type thing, who appears to be raising their hands reverently and looking toward the sky.
Turn back to him. How many heads you got?
Oh, you know, that was there when we found it. Yep, it was always.
How many heads do you have?
I just got the one head.
Can you prove that?
Yeah, so he kind of pulls his like his tunic aside, and you can clearly see that there's just more neck there. Pulls his tunic to the other side. There's just also more neck, and he goes,
may I ask why you're looking for my head or what you're doing?
I just think it's really interesting that you're casting all these thrones at the fish fornicators. When in
Yeah.
your own temple, there's a fish baby.
Oh, okay, no, now.
Jeez,
Now.
I wouldn't say that, but my two-headed serpent. That is a fish baby.
Okay, now, this is not just any fish baby that you be saying. This is something that I've read about long, long ago. It was one of the older gods. His name was Dugan.
Have you ever heard of Dugon?
Have you ever heard of Dugan? Yeah, sure. Yeah, this was an old, almost like a Poseidon type. Yeah. Yeah, so we just kind of covered it up, you know.
I mean, you have to admire the craftsmanship. It's a lovely
Breathtaking.
statue.
It is flawlessly made.
So he's kind of looking around at you guys. Are any of you guys lying right now?
No, I
really
genuinely
nice.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, I can appreciate the art of it. I'm also trying to remember, in this world, pretty much the majority of people follow the two-headed serpent, and then people who don't. Is it heretical, or is it just?
It is very
That's what I remember, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, very heretical.
So I'll look at it and I'll say, yeah, we can admire the art of it, but the old saying, and I'll sling down the gun. You can't suffer a heretic, and I'll cock back the hammer.
Oh, no, just go ahead and just don't do that there. It's a real nice statue, and it makes a real good base for our Verhu statue.
You know, guys, like, Verhu's great and everything, but I
Right.
think this fish guy
This fish has got something about
pretty
it.
cool.
He immediately, this like super ancient old man who smells like spoiled milk, just goes, "Oh, so did you want to hear more about Dugan?"
We would.
Oh shit! I mean, oh shucks.
Well, got him.
Okay. So look, you gotta keep this under your hats. But yes, we do all here. We still worship Dugan. But Dugan has been very good to us. This is why we're not okay with the dang fish fornicators over in Saltstack.
Absolutely.
Pieces
of
are
course.
coming together here.
Yeah, and they also stole all the dang fish out of the water. So, there's also that.
Did the
And
people...
their three-headed demons.
Yeah, and then that salty woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eliza.
she's sweaty.
Sweaty.
The sweaty.
Salty, sweaty. Yeah.
Toxins released from the body.
Exactly.
through the skin.
Toxic. Toxic
Makes
is
them
a good
slippery.
word for her.
They can
She's
slip
she's
right
just,
out of
she's
any
like
kind
one
of
of those
mold.
toxic people.
Okay,
you know?
let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Slippery. Slippery witch woman.
Did the people of Salt Stink ever follow this Dugan?
So okay.
That's a can of worms.
I'm just gonna go ahead and just tell you, those little sneakers over there. I'm gonna tell you what they do. They also think that they follow Dugan. Oh yeah, But they're actually just worshiping some kind of squid thing. Yeah.
Flat out.
Sound like a bunch of idiots over there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what turned them all into a bunch of three-headed demons.
I'll uncock the hammer and just think, these guys are just idiots.
This treasure you mentioned.
Oh yeah.
It's like a treasure to you, or would anyone perceive it as a treasure?
Oh, now, so I just got back in my house, I just got a bunch of real beautiful treasures that I've been collecting over the entire time of my life.
And like shiny cans or treasure.
You see that he kind of looks and he goes, yeah.
If like a typical rational person were to view them, any sort of
It's
normal
silver.
person.
Some of them are silver. Some of them are kind of magical things. Some of them are kind of more esoteric.
Okay, I like esoteric. That's a good word.
Esoteric. Yeah,
Esoteric.
I know what that word means because I'm very smart.
It's when you melt together.
Yeah,
metal
you
things.
push the metal together and you
And
heat
you,
My
like,
it.
friends,
Eat it.
why don't we get down to brass tacks? The treasure you were
Wait,
planning
do you
on
have
giving
brass?
us.
Yeah, isn't it silver tax?
Sure. Silver tax works for me.
I don't want my silver to be taxed or my brass.
Jesus.
Please, stay in the moment, George. So, this treasure that you were going to give us, your expectation from us was to provide food for the town. Is this right?
Yeah.
And in return, we were going to get the treasure, the 2 carts, and possibly the giant if you can talk him into it.
Okay, so, well, yeah, you certainly can't take Jowla. I really need him things.
But the 2 carts is not a problem.
The 2 carts, yeah, that's no problem at all. In fact, you know, so I'll tell you what, if you're able to bring us some of the meat, I'll give you a treasure. If you can find the folks that went missing, I'll give you 2. If you can infiltrate that nasty town that's just full of demons and fish fornicators, I'll give you a 3rd one, especially if you can keep it secret. Just let us know what those sneak thieves are up to. And a 4th treasure, if you can figure out if somebody's been sneaking a boat going from here to there, talking like a little sneak thief, like a spy or something. Yeah, you know what? Let's make a deal for 4 treasures. He's not reaching his hand out to shake or anything. He just goes, we're just going to make that a deal. 4 treasures if you do those 4 things for me.
So you will have to qualify for me the boat going from here to there. How does it begin its journey here?
Wait, what are you talking about?
Now, hold on a minute.
Because you said you wanted a cart.
Yes, but you spoke of a boat.
Oh, yeah. We got lots of boats.
Uh-huh. And how do they take the boat from here?
He points at the gallows.
And I'll look and I'll say, is it a pulley system?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you pull on it, yeah. He goes, you know, y'all seem real confused, so let's go take a walk. He takes you guys outside of this temple and walking like the 18 feet or whatever that it is to this cliffside. And you guys see that the gallows do hang over, and looking down you see an incredibly steep staircase going all the way down the cliffs. And you do see that there's a dock with, I mean, there's probably like 6 or 7 ships in there.
While we're approaching this precipice, I want to surreptitiously lean over to Mr. Clooney. We could just push him off the cliff and take his treasure.
That's always an option, but I think he might have friends in the town, and he's been nothing but kind to us. I mean, seems like a new
may
friend.
I point out that we would be wasting food?
You're for a non-cannibal.
That was a pretty suspicious thing to say.
All right, Mr. Clooney, your word is law.
Did we ever get his name?
I don't think we have.
I thought we did.
Well,
Yeah,
to
we
be
do. It's
fair,
Hooker.
Yeah, none of you have told me your names, so you
Good.
know.
I think then we will go with Hooker. Hooker.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
It seems to me that the path would be easier down the steps, via the boat, to the food, and back, allowing your people to have complete control of the food. So maybe the cart, just the one?
The 1 cart might work. Maybe even we could move a bunch of the food to the bottom of the steps and bring it up in little shifts.
I think they would be a party of it.
Yeah.
I mean, in the world as it is today, something that you're given for free, I believe the quote goes, kill a man with a fish, and no, it doesn't go that way. But I know there's something in it.
It's kill a man with a fish and then eat him for a day.
If you have sex with the 2 fish, then you're from Stink Stank.
You know, that's a real good name for that town over there. Stink Stank. I like
Okay.
it.
Well, good. I think we're ready.
I believe that lodgings were mentioned. Mayhaps we...
At least for the evening.
At least for the evening.
And we will set off towards the boat tomorrow.
Post-haste.
Do we need the boat in this deal? I mean, I know Hooker had mentioned this to me, but...
Wait, hold on. What's this whole thing about taking one of our boats?
Well, no. I thought you had offered the boat to get the fish back to the base there so that your people could bring it up. I'm pretty certain that's what I remember.
I thought you needed the cart because you were gonna walk. We can't go giving you one of our boats now.
Oh, well, that changes things.
And this does change things with...
That would probably require more treasures then if we're not going to use the boat that you had originally offered us.
Oh, you're a sneaky one, ain't ya? You're one of them real learned types, aren't you?
I might have been.
He's wiped with some of the greatest works.
Great reader, too.
As drool and blood just seep down your lower jaw. One of Craig Sally's eyes pops out. She pushes it back in.
I do think that we're not going to be able to get any food or supplies from this town, clearly, unless we're willing to just, maybe this...
No, but we will
hooker
be getting
allow
treasure.
us to- We'll be getting treasure. I'm thinking of the day's trek it shall take us to return to the Leviathan, and then the day's trek back.
Again, the we must revisit the boat, because I'm certain that would be quicker.
I'm not great with stairs. They're bad for my knees. So the gradual decline of the trail would probably be best for my joints.
Very good.
And I'll tell you that it would be faster to get over to that evil town, going straight across the land as opposed to going all the way around the peninsula. I'm really trying to make you not try to take one of our boats here.
Well, I say we sleep on it. The room you had offered us, please.
Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and take you over there. Why don't you? I think you're really gonna like this place.
Can I please check on my donkey again?
Did you leave the donkey outside?
I am always bringing my donkey with me.
He's just turning around and looking at it.
I'm just looking at it.
The donkey's tail is gone.
It really is Eeyore now.
Yeah. Oh my god, it is.
I do take a pin and try to tack a piece of...
Donkey kicks you.
I'll cut off a slice of my hair and hand it over.
That's so generous of you. Thank you, Craig Sally.
Oh, here, and I'll cut off a
Right,
long,
that's- I thought we were
long
gonna go.
dread, and hand to you. Yeah, if you tie that to this.
I'm just gonna start throwing hair onto my donkey's ass.
Nice.
to its open wound.
Does anybody have like a nail or something?
Nope, sorry, not me.
Did any of us
I
get
have
the
a sharp
needle?
needle.
There we go.
I'm gonna pull it out of my septum. And
Ooh, wait, are there candles in here?
Yeah.
So go over to, I say, wait, and I'll go over to the candle and dip it in the wax a few times and create a little handle.
This poor donkey.
Yeah,
I
now it's attached.
I
Here you
feel
go.
bad for this.
Now it's a push pin.
There you go, Mr.
Slowly
Clooney.
insert this sharp needle with hair attached to it into the ass of your one of your closest friends, this donkey, who you strapped to the outside of a boat for a while, and the donkey just looks resigned to its fate.
I think she likes it.
That's custom made for you.
You know, you four seem real handy with stuff. I think you're gonna make a great addition to the town here, especially if you bring us a bunch of meat. We don't have to eat ya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think that
that
would be-
logic checks out.
That's win-win.
Do you guys don't have any food, but do you guys have anybody that sells weapons? I just need a couple
Or
of
rats.
swords.
Oh, that's not true. We do have some food here.
Oh.
He reaches into one of his pockets and he holds out a couple of they're like crunchy green circles. And then also kind of like some clear square cracker type things.
Clear.
Yeah, clear.
Terrifying.
Yeah. He goes, all right, so if you're looking for, this is kind of what we got at the moment. Here, I'll give you all some algae cakes. And he holds out these just disgusting, they're little piles of algae. That's what he's handing you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I used to pay
You have
$24.
food.
Oh, yeah, but we really need the meat, you know?
Okay.
Because what we're currently eating is algae and jellyfish. And I'll tell you, jellyfish they don't taste very good. But you're welcome to as much of the jellyfish as you want.
And you bring that up via the stairs.
Yeah. Why are you talking about our stairs so much?
Well, I'm simply curious.
All right, you guys I'm looking for some swords.
Oh.
We got like a general store here or something.
Oh, yeah. We just got a new Kmart.
Oh, good. I was wondering where they all went. Okay, it was here.
Yeah.
Okay,
They flipped out of existence in our world
Yes.
into the Mörk Borg.
Yeah, and they appeared, the Kmart appeared in Brineskull.
Honestly. I mean, the Kmart that was here would definitely fit into Mörk Borg.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody from Eureka knows what our Kmart was like.
Very yellow.
Yeah.
Yep.
The inside was bright, but in a scary kind of way. Like, I could have walked down 2 aisles, and then, it turned into 3 more, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I should be at the front of the store now, but then you've already lost 3 hours, and then you stare at a book for about 40 minutes and realize it's 3 days later.
All right, Craig Sally.
Oh, you're stealing my bit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just...
Yeah, I kind of thought that talking long was her thing.
Hooker's really understanding the group dynamic already. Wow.
I think he's an empath.
I am a bit of an empath. You
I
know?
sensed that in you.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that about me. Well, anyway. So did you want to find your lodgings first, or did you want to head over to the Kmart?
You know what? Let's get our lodgings, and then we'll head to the Kmart.
All right. Yeah, so let's go. He begins walking you guys directly back. Like, this is a very, very small little village. Directly back where you guys were coming in. You do see that one of these first little buildings, it's that tiny little shack that is, like, boards are falling off of it. Like, the roof is mostly missing. And he goes, well, here you go. And I'll tell you what, since you guys are being so nice to us, I'm going to let you use this place for the night rent-free. Oh, yeah.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. This is better than our last place.
Hooker, before you leave us, I couldn't help but notice you have a fine hook there, but it's curved. Have you ever considered, I popped the crowbar out of my hand, have you ever considered a straight one?
Oh.
I would be willing to make a trade with you.
Oh, so you hold out this crowbar to him. He looks at this old rusty hook on his, where his hand used to be. And I want you to go ahead and make a presence test.
Nice.
Let's do it. And we're just going to do a DR 12.
That is a 16.
A 16?
Hey.
He goes, you know, that one does look a lot better. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this more heavy-duty thing. Yeah, if you want this little hook, I will tell you that be careful with it, because sometimes this hook, sometimes it talks. But that's okay, you know. It mostly says real nice things. So you should be okay. Yeah.
I think that's a good deal.
He rips the hook out of his stump, and it's like bloody and like just dripping with ooze and viscera. And he goes, well, here you go. He hands it to you, viscera side out.
I'll grab it, hand him the crowbar.
Yep.
And like it was made for it, I just slide it into position on my stomach.
Awful. Fucking terrible.
He does the same with your crowbar, but painstakingly, because it absolutely doesn't fit, and it looks super painful. He jams it into the end
And it
of his
makes
stump.
all the noise that...
Yeah. You start hearing the bones crack. He takes, once he gets it stuck into his stump a little bit, he begins punching the stone
That's
wall
what I would- yep,
over
I
and
was
over
gonna say
again,
table,
just
that's-
like
yep.
jamming it down. He goes, oh yeah, this is real nice here. Hey, you know, you're quite the guy there, guy. It was real nice to meet you, and I hope that maybe we'll see you for breakfast.
Game Mark's the big blinking sign, right?
Yeah, it's the
way
big
there.
old blinking sign over there. Yeah, you're gonna meet the fella that runs the place. His name is Kurt. You know, he's a nice fella, but if you make him mad, just don't make him mad. That's all you gotta do. All right there. Enjoy the lodgings. And before you guys even open the door, he goes, all right, see you later then. And he like quickly begins walking away from you guys. He keeps looking over his shoulder back to you.
We managed to not murder that guy.
I think that's a step up for us.
That's a
I'll open
growing
the door.
moment.
Miss Sally, after you.
I just walk in without looking.
You walk in without looking, and we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
All right, remind us how initiative goes.
Wait, walking into the building wasn't good?
I just rolled it.
Oh,
rolled it,
that's
I
right.
rolled it. It's just I roll and it figures out.
I'm sure
you
we're
guys go
fine.
first. Yeah. Usually when the DM says roll for initiative, it means that you're about to something real good's gonna
It's
happen.
who
You
gets
wanna-
treasure first.
That's yeah, exactly. You want to know who to be nice to first.
I'm kind of like fleshing out Craig Sally's backstory through this, and she was a vlogger in Venice Beach.
I love the idea that Mörk Borg happens like 10 years from now.
That's
Oh
certainly
my
how
god,
I'm
I
playing
really hate
this.
that idea.
And she like the algae wafers, like they took her back to like the smoothie place she used to go to.
Back when you used to pay extra for the algae cakes.
Yeah, I used to pay $24 for algae smoothies.
Fantastic. So here we go. So Craig Sally, you step in and you immediately just start.
Oh.
And this tiny little thing that's probably about 4 feet, but because it's like super duper hunched over, it's emaciated. Its nose is hanging off its face like a giant beak. It's got this long scraggly hair. It has these sharp teeth, like protruding mouth, and it's just drooling. You can see that it's licking the end of its knife, and it runs at you to stab you. You can see that there are another 3 of them in here. So go ahead and make a defense check.
I just realized what these are.
Okay.
Just because I've read a little bit of Mörk Borg, I'm excited. Don't worry.
Ooh. So I rolled a 4,
Okay.
and I have for my armor I have DR +2. So is DR my defense roll?
What kind of armor do you have?
Heavy.
Yes, so you would need a 14 is what that's saying.
Okay, so instead of a 12, it's 14.
Right.
So, I got a 4.
Fantastic. So this quick little guy, he just immediately stabs you right in the stomach.
Yeah.
And I need you to go ahead and you take 2 dammies.
Now,
Yeah, okay.
she has armor.
I do have armor.
Oh, yeah, so minus
A D6 if it's
minus
heavy.
a d6.
So, it just kind of
Roll a
pings.
D6?
Okay.
Okay,
Hey!
fantastic. What did you roll?
I got a 3.
Okay. He stabs into you, and your armor actually takes the entire brunt of the damage. You don't get stabbed at all.
Thank you, Barry.
And being that you're the only one that's inside, everybody else,
Yeah.
you're still outside, correct? Fantastic. So we're going to go over to Crag Sally, and then you guys will hear the fight going on, and you can run in.
I kicked the little bastard.
You're just going to...
With my super fancy boots.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sweetie did the
Toe
magical
boots.
only Kevin.
Yeah. So.
Wait, where do you kick him? It's important.
In the ribs.
Okay. Go ahead
It's
and
okay. It was the wrong choice, but that's
make your
fine.
strength check. Because these ones are so small, you do have to make a 14.
Okay.
They're small and they're quick, so you gotta make a 14.
Okay. And so I have to get at least 12 with my toughness, or I'm paralyzed for.
No, that's a thing for them. Don't worry about it. Do your thing.
I'm trying. I
Just roll.
am.
It's fine.
Fuck.
Oh.
How about that's a 1 do me?
A natural
A natural one.
Your boot goes flying
Yeah,
off the
yeah.
sails out of the open roof, and you lose one of your boots. At this point, you guys see that your friend is getting stabbed, or your friend, quote unquote, is getting stabbed, and has just lost one of her boots. So that's going to bring us on over to you, Blevit.
Gentlemen, I'm not certain what's going on. Either Sally is disrobing or something unfortunate is happening.
Aggressively.
I think we should choose. Are we going to join in?
I just cocked the hammer of my gun back.
Very good.
We better get in there. If Craig Sally doesn't make it out of this, if she's already perished, which would be terrible, she does become food, as you've been pointing out.
Right. And it was only 1 boot, which is odd. So I'll step in,
Fantastic.
hook hand in hand, and
So you see 4 of these disgusting little creatures. One of them is right up next to you. The other 3 are hiding in the other 3 corners of the room. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
well, so is it effectively +2 to hit them? Because you said Sally would need a 14.
They're normal to hit them. Normally, you would need to hit a 14. So for you,
Oh, it has to only be a natural 20. So a swing and halfway there. That's a 10.
you swing.
Actually, I forgot. It's an 11 because my agility went up.
oh hey, look at that!
Slightly
Wow.
more than halfway there.
You should be using your strength, right?
Oh, is it strength? I thought for some reason it was agility.
Strength.
Well, in that case then, let's see. The hook hand, D6, it doesn't say which the DR is.
Well, DR normal is 12,
Is
but
it?
it's
12.
14.
Yeah, so the
for-
bite's DR10, that is DR12. If I'm using strength, it is just going to be normally a 12, which would kick it to a 14.
Oh.
I still have an 11, I've still missed.
Okay, fantastic.
yeah,
But much closer.
Hey.
So you go in to try to stab this little thing, and it like jumps out of the way, and it immediately starts to try to bite your leg. But that's going to bring us over to Bartholomew Bilge.
Can I see any of them from out here?
From outside, absolutely not.
Okay. So I'll look and see it's just Delilah and I, and I'll kind of glance down and I'll see the boys having fun, and I don't want to interrupt them. So I'm gonna say, all right, Delilah, looks like it's just us. Let's go. And so Delilah's gonna go into overtime, hop in, start calling shots, and so I'm gonna run in, and she's gonna help me take aim and kill the one that's gonna bite him.
Fantastic. Do it to it.
It's almost a good thing if they bite him.
That's true.
We should just hold them all with like mouth first.
Yeah,
towards-
only 11, so miss.
Okay, and you were using your agility, right?
Yes,
Or range-
yeah,
presence,
yes.
Sorry, presence. For your ranged attack.
Presence for my ranged? Oh, well, it's still an 11, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, fantastic. The shot goes off. The entire building kind of shakes. These 4 little creatures, they look a little bit perturbed, but not like they're ready to run away. That's going to go ahead and bring us on over to George Clooney.
All right, George Clooney steps in, and I'm going to swing my borrowed Zwee-hander at the beast that's attacking Craig Sally.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And I test strength. I get a 16.
Okay, absolutely.
Biggity.
Go for
Hurrah.
it.
This is a D10. I roll an 8.
You roll an 8 minus the 2 for the... Yep, you just go ahead and describe it. You absolutely eviscerate this thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, fantastic. Let's cut faces. I'm cutting this thing's face off.
Oh, yeah.
Classic
It's a
move.
classic George Clooney move.
George Clooney move.
Just
Y-hander to the face.
yeah.
I still imagine as you run in and just do like an upswing that's very, very fast.
I'm just imagining it's so anime.
Yeah, that's me too. It's always anime George
And
Clooney.
the face flap just
Yeah, it's just
like a leaf to the ground and scorch.
And I will be gathering that up later.
Okay, fantastic. The other 3 all look at you and see what you've just done, and they're all going to try to attack you now that you've done that. I need
Okay.
you to make 3 defense rolls.
Okay. I'm going to roll 3 D20s. Those are agility checks, correct?
They are.
Okay. I fail all of my agility saving throws.
no, Mr. Clooney. So dissipated in my head. Not only did he slash, and then before the fade, I added a whole bunch of blood. You know, Tarantino anime stuff. And now these guys all just zip in. Okay, what happens?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wait a minute, I just realized what you said. Tarantino anime?
No,
Whoa, did Tarantino...
Tarantino
No,
slash
no,
anime.
no, no.
There is the sequence in
two
Kill Bill.
combination of
Okay.
Tarantino in the anime.
And anime, just
Yeah.
wishful thinking.
No,
Got it.
yes, that would be an intense anime.
So one comes up and stabs you in the junk. Are you wearing armor?
I am wearing armor. I get a minus D2. I'm wearing light armor.
Fantastic. One stabs you in the junk.
Okay.
Another one stabs you right in the ribs, and the other one goes straight for your throat.
Fantastic.
Go ahead and roll your D2.
thought you were
Because
just
without
saying-
that, you take 8 total damage.
Okay, and I roll armor. Armor reduces damage for each attack. Is that correct?
That's true.
Okay, fantastic. I'm rolling 3d6. My low numbers will be 1s. My high numbers will be 2s. I got 2s on all of them, baby.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you reduce one of them entirely. Like, you just don't take any damage from that one. From the other 2, you take a combined... you take 2 damage and then 1 damage from the other one. And you immediately begin feeling incredibly sick.
Oh.
You actually start to feel like maybe your nose won't fit under your mask anymore. Who knows if this is just, maybe this is just your normal self-confidence issues. But who knows? And that's going to bring us on over to Crag Sally.
Okay, boot didn't work. I'm gonna try.
You're now wearing 1 boot.
Yeah, I want to try to like scoop one up with my knife, of course.
With your knife.
Of course. Okay, so I have a DR10 to hit, which
Absolutely.
even with these little dudes, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yay!
Ooh,
Yeah,
You
I
absolutely stab this one.
twice.
You stab it twice.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, it reduces by 3, so whatever your damage is, go ahead.
Ha! 4
Okay.
and 4.
Okay, absolutely. This little thing, you stab it once and then you stab it again. It falls down to the ground, and you can see that it drops one of its knives and it begins reaching into its giant nostril as if it's trying to grab something and pull it out. It looks like it is just like straight up on death's door right now. You still feel incredibly sick, George Clooney, and that brings us over to Blevit.
I don't feel well.
It reached in its own nose.
I will die for you, Mr. Clooney.
I really appreciate that.
Delilah agrees too.
Well, by hook. Worse.
Oh, wow.
That is a 7.
Okay. Yep. So you go to try to stab one of these things, or to try to hook it, I suppose.
Yep, absolutely.
And it just dodges out of the way. Just you completely miss it.
I'm
And
immediately
it begins
thinking of the
laughing
song
at
Short
you.
People.
It begins laughing at you and licking its dagger as it stares you in the eyes.
Ooh, a little
follows
That's
the
freak.
Bilge.
truly unsafe. I would stop that.
It definitely cuts its tongue.
Ow.
So, can I do this? Am I able to move to the outside the doorway? Basically, put my back on it so I can reload, so I can then peek in.
Absolutely,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
That's
So
great.
yeah, so I freaking barrel roll out of there with Delilah's help, and freaking back up begins and just start, take out the
Yeah.
and then just start.
How long does it take you to reload?
1 round.
Okay.
So it takes me a round. If I could have chosen my upgrade, it would have been the same round.
Yeah, I know. Sucks, huh?
Yes,
Oh, we should
it
play
does suck. It does suck.
You should play a.
I should play
an easier game.
a nicer. Yeah, okay, so I just start, reloading.
Fantastic, George Clooney. You have been stabbed.
How do I still feel ill?
You feel incredibly sick and sicker by the second.
Sick.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Sick like death.
I dab.
Oh,
Okay.
One of these things is on the ground.
It's picking its nose, right?
Yeah, it's reaching into its nose. I'm gonna make the DR to hit that one a DR 10.
Oh, I'm murdering that thing.
how little is its hand? I mean, is his nose just that large?
Its nose is just absolutely huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a unit.
It is, yeah.
It's an absolute unit of a nose.
Oh.
Okay, I am going to smash this thing. I'm chopping off. I think I might try to chop off just the nose.
Yeah, oh, we're getting fancy.
That's not good enough. That's a 5.
Ah, no, you win.
So you go to slam into this thing with your Zweihander, and it immediately pulls its hand out of its nose and pushes your sword away with its slimy, boogery hand.
Oh, disgusting little creature.
And you can now see that there's blood and pus and boogers all over your sword.
Not a fan.
Okay.
That was a rental. That was a loaner.
So the one that's on the ground, I'm going to make the DR to get away from it a 10. But Craig, Sally, and Blevit, you guys are each going to get stabbed by one of these things. I need you guys to make a defense roll, please, all of you.
Hey. Defense is agility?
Yep.
So 14.
14, fantastic.
A 7.
Oh,
A 6.
Okay. Blevit, you take 3 minus whatever your armor does.
-6.
Okay, fantastic. So it catches in the crook of your armor and just absolutely does no damage to you. You are going to take 1 minus the 1 that you rolled.
Hurrah!
It also gets stuck in your armor. A monster has joined the table. And that's going to end my turn. That goes over to Craig Sally.
Craig Sally's stabbing good, so she's gonna keep that.
Fantastic. You can see that one of these things, the one that's on the ground, begins screaming very, very loudly.
It's ripe for the stabbing. It's begging for a stabbing, Sally.
Yeah, okay, I'll finish that one off. Coup de grace, how they say.
Yay!
Yeah, how's a 19 do me?
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
So I stab it 2 times!
Do you want to give us a description of how you just absolutely eviscerate this thing?
I just kind of crouch and...
Crouch it.
You crouch
Yeah.
down, just.
Yeah, 4 damage in total.
Fantastic. With 2 knives sticking into this thing.
God, so you do the Saving Private Ryan thing where you just shh.
Oh.
You slowly push that knife in. That has got to be the worst scene in that one.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. But for this game, it's perfect.
All right. So as you kill that last one, the other 2 look at you guys, and they immediately raise their hands up and begin trying to back their way out of the hole in the wall.
Oh no, that's not how this goes.
That hole is just like a window.
It's like a smallish window.
Yes.
question.
Sure.
You're out there.
Player Pedro, who's also a GM, has read this book and knows why we can't let these guys leave.
Okay.
As a survivalist, would I know, or could I make a roll to know what I want to say?
You're a survivalist. You know what this is. Go ahead.
Okay. So if I look in as I reload, because I'm going to want to take a shot and see them backing away and see these guys bleeding, I'm going to go wide-eyed and say, "Don't let them get away if you don't want to be one of them." And I raise my gun to go on my turn.
Fantastic. And that'll go to Blevit.
Well, I have been given instructions. Let's see if I can follow through. It was there, and then it wasn't. That's a 5.
Hi,
So
okay.
sorry, Mary. So you guys see your friend who I don't know has actually hurt somebody the entire time you guys have been together.
Oh, I bit someone.
He bit somebody
someone.
good.
You did bite
He did
someone,
bite
that's
someone
right.
good.
And did a good job, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this hook it's a little loose. It's not quite like your old hook.
Right.
You go to swing.
I
and
need to get used to it.
Your
The
arm
balance is
window has
slightly
been
off.
enlarged by the power bar.
Yeah,
It's a little jimbly. You gotta let it heal.
Yeah.
Sorry, heal over is wrong. Crust over.
Absolutely, and that's going to go to you, Bartholomew Village.
Okay, so I see these 2 fuckers trying to
Two
back
of them are
away.
trying to back away.
And so I'm gonna go ahead and say, "Delilah, pick the one that looks the weakest. And so she'll put me to the left one. And
Yeah,
play 'em.
she points you back and forth, because they're both completely unhurt at this point.
Okay, so I'll try it. Okay, Phoenix. This cat.
Barry's
I pet
cat
him
has
once.
decided to take control of Pedro's
I
dice
pet him
and
once.
Mike.
I need to get. I'm gonna take a picture. This is ridiculous. I pet him once, and now he's blocking my entire table.
He's
All
covered
right,
your character
Patreon,
sheet.
you'll see this. That's so funny. Okay. Okay.
Only for the Patreon subscribers.
All right. Okay, Phoenix. This is hilarious. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm gonna take a little video of me trying to roll. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my hand away, and yeah, Phoenix is not happy about that. So, 11 plus 2, so that's 13.
Yay!
13. You
13? Oh wait, no, wait, no. I'm using my gun. I have a lower. I hit on a DR10.
Fantastic.
Boom.
You blast this thing right in the chest. Go ahead and roll its dammies.
All right.
Dammies.
That's a 6 and a 4. So 10 points of damage.
Its ropey skin armor does absolutely nothing for it. As the musket ball enters its front, you immediately see just the back of it blow up. It explodes on the inside of your shack, and this thing, it falls down smiling.
I'll raise my hand up to my shoulder, let the Delilah give me a high five, and I'll say, all right, now I gotta reload, and go back out the door and start, shuffling again.
Fantastic. That's going to bring us to you, George Clooney.
Do I recognize the creature which struck me?
Yeah, it's the only one that's left.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's that
Oh my god. Okay, I'll chase after it.
one. Fantastic. It has not left yet.
I'm
It is
attacking
scared.
it with my weapon, with my borrowed weapon. Here we go, baby. Woo! That's a 6. That's a 7.
You swing down on this thing. You're still like 8 feet away from it, but you swing your sword. It sticks down into the floor, and this thing absolutely turns and begins running as fast as it can. It jumps out of the window and absolutely takes off.
Let me know when I can go.
I'm pursuing.
Okay, you're gonna keep following it?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. That'll bring us over to you, Craig Sally.
I'm following.
Okay.
Out the window.
Okay. Are you going to do? Can you do anything? Do you have any ranged weapons or anything?
Can I throw my knives? How does that work?
Sure. Yeah. Roll presence. That's fine.
Roll. Fuck. Okay.
Please don't roll another one.
Okay. I know. Throw my shit out the window.
Right off the cliff.
Hey, 19.
Nice! Your knife sticks in this thing's back.
Both
you
my
immediately
knives.
take your
Yes.
next knife and just chuck it at it. Go ahead and roll up your
I'm gonna
damage.
say, fuck you. Alright. That's not great.
Oh, wow.
2 damage.
You got 2
2
ones
damage.
Ah,
They both stick in
fuck.
this thing's like.
Now
in
he's
like
got
its
my knives.
skin folds. It doesn't actually take any damage, and it continues running. Blevit.
Okay.
Well, I will need a small rock. Do I find one here? Or something rock-like?
Absolutely, yeah. There's rock on the ground.
Then I will quickly...
I mean, really, there's the skull of one of the other.
I was gonna say,
work too.
what is in their
I will
noses that they were
dress
trying to
the
get
sling.
to?
We'll find out.
Skull of another one.
I will dress the sling, and I will throw. Let's see what happens.
Slings are insane.
That is an 18.
Yay!
With agility, that is a 19.
Yay!
However, any agility that I would normally make is at +4.
I do want to tell you, it's presence for ranged.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, that would be a 17.
That's fine. You definitely hit this thing.
That's fantastic. So good. I have changed my concerns about my terrible negatives for agility. I don't feel so bad. That would be 3 points of damage
3 points of damage.
as I plink the skull off of its skull.
You definitely hit it in the head, and it continues running. That'll go over to you, Bartholomew Bilge.
So I go ahead to finish. Oh wait, no. If I finish this, then I won't be able to shoot. Well, wait. The terrain that it's running through, is it running through like forest? Is it?
Oh, no. You guys are in essentially like a plateau. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
you guys have seen like those old sea shanty towns where there's just like the high grass
Yeah.
and things like that around there.
All
Higher
those
than
old
it?
sea
Taller
shanty
than
towns
it?
that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you not seen any old like seaside towns? No.
Oh, I mean, I guess you mean like what?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
What's the one on the peninsula? Faulkner.
Trinidad?
So it's
Yeah, I mean,
in a movie, a show, in real life.
In our life, in our peninsula.
Trinidad?
It's out by...
Samoa?
Oh, Samoa.
It's by Samoa, but there's a town that was initially there.
Petrolia?
Fairhaven.
Fairhaven.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, there's a couple of trees here, but they're all dead and nasty.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
cool. So then I being having a gun, have a wide view of where he's gonna be.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna finish my turn reloading because I need to reload so I can shoot him.
Okay,
and basically I'll just
fantastic.
have to take a long shot.
Okay, so you're not chasing after it.
If I run, I can't reload,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I would say that.
So I'm gonna take the long shot. I'm like, so if I look, would I be able to reload if I move to like the side of the house so I could see? So I'm just like, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking get you. Delilah's up there just like yanking on some strings like
You see at this point that it is holding both of Crag Sally's knives.
You motherfucker.
And it is
You
running away and
motherfucker.
laughing. It has a large, like, cartoonish bump on its head now.
cartoonish bump, yes.
Yeah. And George Clooney.
Oh, I'm chasing after this thing. I gotta retrieve those knives.
Okay.
Those are my friend's knives, I say, as I hold up my sword and start running through the town, going,
You have no ranged weapons or anything you want to use?
One-hander.
Yeah, throw this Y-hander. Can you just, if you angle it right in the air, just...
Like a pole vault. No.
Oh wait, that's it. No, it's like the is it the hammer
toss?
the hammer
Yeah,
toss.
yeah.
You just have to
Spin it. Yeah.
and you probably want to hold it by like the bladed
blade
end,
part.
Yeah.
and then just like fling it.
And then he gets a 1 and flings it into the ocean.
yeah, but like if he doesn't get a 1, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
freaking saw
If it hits,
blade.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
I hurl the Swyhander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
You could just throw
Oh,
it
wait,
like
that's
a spear,
presents.
you
Oh,
realize
shit.
that.
No, it's funnier to do it this way.
I don't make it. That is a 9.
Your Swyhander flies off into town, and you see that the woman who was fixing the boat, it just sticks in her head.
Did her a
The
favor.
shaved or
It's a bad
unshaved
town.
side?
In the shaved side, so you can really
So
see it.
nothing unfortunate there.
Far off in the distance,
Only
you
half of
hear-
her head is worthy.
You still got 1, Mr. Clooney. Don't take it as a loss.
Well, if I have motion movement, I am going to pursue this creature.
Yeah, sure. Far off in the distance, you do hear, "Oh, hey, thanks there."
I'm gonna have to kill that motherfucker. That's my sword.
This little creature is going to continue running. I'm going to tell you guys, if you guys don't kill it this round, it's gone.
Oh, that's hopefully my job.
Yep. Crack salad. Oh, you have no knives.
Is there a chance I can catch it?
Is there a chance you can catch it? You know, this thing is quick. That's its thing, is that it's
Okay.
fast, so I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna
Are
throw my
you-
boot at it.
Oh.
I have 1 more boot. May I throw my boot?
Do you kick it at him, or do you take it off and throw it?
Well, it's like Shaolin
Yeah.
soccer. You go up on the boot.
Yeah.
What would it doesn't
Yeah.
have, and you
Absolutely.
fling the boot off the one.
Yeah,
that
go
does.
ahead.
What would only Kevin do?
What would only Kevin do?
Yeah, only Kevin.
WWOKD.
A 2, exactly. You know why?
It goes backwards and lands right next to the other
Me
one.
in the face.
I'm gonna tell you why. Where did only Kevin strike all of us?
Right. Yeah, you
the
insulted
dick.
the
In
boot.
the groin. You
Yep.
didn't. I'm sorry, hon. You besmirched it. So.
The boot flies off and lands in the pile of dead birds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what?
And then you hear, "Hey, you missed." And that'll go to you, play.
All right. Well, I'm continuing to run. I will scoop up the skull that took out the last one, drop it into the sling, and we'll try it again.
I love the idea of slinging a skull at somebody too. That can't be aerodynamic, but I love it.
Well, the schnoz alone.
Yeah. That's what makes it aerodynamic. You gotta get it as like a
Like a
dart.
whistling sound.
No, it's like a Nerf ball. It has the back
I remember
end.
those, the
Yeah,
whistler.
the whistler.
Finally, it's not rolling cocked. That is with the -1 for my presence, a 14.
A 14's gonna hit it.
Hey. Skull to
You
skull.
start in the positive tones, but it's so bad that I'm actually now playing my character in real life. I've lost my D4s. There we go. Because I lose things.
Of course.
I get it.
And that'll be 3 more points.
3 more points. The skull flies through the air. It binks this thing right on the other side of its head. Another large cartoonish lump comes up, and it again just continues laughing and runs away. It's kind of up to you there, Bartholomew Bilge.
Delilah, this was the one that needs to count. Delilah takes the eye patch, flips it up. 2 perfectly fine eyes. It's a trick, and you know what? I take my eye patch off too. That's to see it, you know. Anywho, thanks.
Oh, that's great.
So, but you all were like, does she have an eye out? Thank you for caring about Delilah, everybody. You were all very
We all
concerned.
care.
Yeah. Delilah hops down onto the gun, lays down long ways, and is gonna help guide me by looking down the scope.
So you know how they bring airplanes in with the 2 cords, with
Yeah.
the 2 cones with the lights in the end? That's what she's doing.
I hit the side of it, and 2 really long things fall off, so I have a standing tripod. Also, another 3rd kickstand to go into the ground to reduce recoil. 'Cause I'm
Nice.
just adding to this. Why not?
Yeah, of course.
And 5 rounds later, you've assembled the
Yeah, 5 rounds. All right, fucker, don't move. This is perfectly aimed.
Where'd it go?
Yeah. All right, now let's see if it pays off.
Shit, I can't look.
Ah, yeah, 17.
17.
And I only needed 10. So Delilah gives the hit and sends it boom and just freaking soars. This thing running and then just right through. It turns to look and right through both lumps.
The bullet hits one of the lumps, makes a 90-degree
Yeah.
turn, hits the other lump, and goes through the front of its head.
Same ones from.
And then I look up and I look to Delilah, and Delilah just looks back up at me, gives me a squeak and a thumbs up. And I said, "Good job, Delilah."
George Clooney, you immediately start not feeling sick anymore.
I feel much better. Great shot, Bart.
Thank you, Mr. Clooney.
And I would like to, helpfully, I'd say we should gather up all of those lovely weapons which we threw at or into people.
I concur.
Yeah.
My boots, however, are lost
I
to the
think I may
ages.
pass on grabbing the skull. I'll look for a rock.
Yeah, with your nat 1, yeah, your boot is gone.
One of my boots is gone.
You can wear the other
I will
boot
retrieve
if you
my
want
boot
to.
from the birds. So, I'm just gonna erase the S at the end of steel-toed boots.
Still to the boot.
That's your special kicker boot.
Oh, how did I give you an OP weapon in this game, man?
So
Don't make me bring out the boot.
put up the tripod and I say, "Thank you for Mr.
That's
Clooney."
5 rounds to break it down, too.
So yeah, do you?
Gotta reload it all.
Am I the only one here that knows what those were?
I have no idea what that thing was.
I'm
No,
sure
what
I
was-
knew, but I
What was
don't
that
remember.
thing about having to kill him?
Okay, yeah. So those are those sons of bitches are goblins, and those fuckers are made by stabbing you and running away. If you didn't kill that thing before nightfall, I think it's nightfall or the morning, one or the other. The point is, if we didn't kill it quick, yeah, you would have turned into one of them.
So if we stab people with these knives, do they turn into goblins?
No, I think it's a curse thing.
So these are just free knives now?
I mean, I guess so, but then again, I'm no virologist, so I don't know if it's like a virus thing or a bacteria thing. My brother, he was the science guy, but I killed him because he made
I
a
don't
smart
believe
ass
in
quip.
bacteria. And then I'm gonna collect the knives.
I don't believe in bacteria. I love it. So you know what? I thought he was full of shit too.
So you just start gathering up knives?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah, so Craig Sally starts picking up all of these knives, and I'm assuming the rest of you are starting to set up for the evening?
Yeah. So do we need? Oh, you go ahead.
I do need to recover that Zweihander. It's not mine.
Yeah.
It's not fair for me to borrow that weapon and then throw it away. That would just be cruel. You've been nothing but kind to me.
It's dangerous to pull a weapon out without replacing something
With
in
another
it.
knife
So
to
I'll hand
plug
you
the
one of
hole.
my extra knives.
Okay, cool.
It's an old fisherman wives' tale. Yeah. You wanna-
I learned it on Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Actually, I believe it's as simple as plugging the hole.
Yeah, with
Or
like
the
a
window for
like it's like a skull window that blood
Yeah,
comes out of.
yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, as long as it's not a fish, that's fine.
Okay. You know what?
Love you, Hooker.
Hooker, we appreciate the place, but like, I'm still trying to decide if you were trying to fuck us over or whatnot. So like,
What are you talking about? I got this delightful accent. Of course I'm not.
you got a
Fair,
point.
fair.
It's very
I
disarming.
feel like he makes cheese somewhere.
I feel like you could stab me, say sorry, and I'd be like, I think I probably did something to deserve this. So you know what? We're good. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Never mind, actually. We'll go to the Kmart later.
Can I turn one of the goblins into another boot? Maybe not the same stats, but just...
Can you turn a goblin into a boot?
Well, I mean, with the big long nose, I bet you could fashion it down the throat.
Could I fit my foot in
Actually,
there?
one thing that you guys do notice is that as you kill these things, their bodies begin to morph back
sad.
into humanish.
I don't want a person boot.
I do want person faces.
Oh, yeah, it's a person face
I
now.
would hurry at that, George, just in case these were part of this town. And
Oh,
other
shit. Wait a
that's the
minute.
issue.
How many people did they say went missing?
Oh, dear. That's
I'm gonna take one of the bodies and I'm gonna drag it out and I'm gonna say, Hooker, is this one of the people missing?
So Hooker's pulling this giant sword out of this dead woman's head. He looks at it and just kind of throws it over his shoulder like it's just absolutely nothing to him. He grabs her by the hair and he looks over toward what you're pointing at and he
And
goes,
I'll lift the head by the hair.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not who we're looking for. That's Derek. He was a dick.
Okay, shit, and I'll just drop him on the
Hey,
ground.
now Derek's dinner.
Yeah, so, and yeah, then I'll drag him back in and throw him. All right, guys, no, this is Derek. I thought we got a double dub, so.
Yeah, he goes, well, hey, would you look at that? Our new members of the community have already brought us some food. So, look at this. You know, I think we should go ahead and reward these fellas. What do y'all think?
Somehow Sally's got to be pissed at that comment.
I was gonna ask if you
I'm afraid they're gonna eat us.
It might, maybe
Yeah,
it's
I'm just
both.
afraid we're doing that thing again.
So I'll say, well, wait, hold up. This is a normal thing. People usually pay you for killing these.
I'm just sticking my
Killing
extra
these
knives into my...
You're paying us for killing these monsters and the food.
Yeah, we're paying you for the food, yeah.
Okay, so give them 3 and keep 1 for us, guys.
Don't keep Derek the dick.
We're gonna eat them?
Well, I don't know. Do we do that? I don't really want to, but
Do
like,
we really want to cross that Rubicon? Because once you do
well, what about this? What if we keep them in the cold part of the house? And if we really get desperate, we at least know we have Derek. We'll put him under the floorboards.
I am watching Delilah to see how she's reacting to what he's saying.
No, and Delilah's like,
Delilah's whispering in his ear.
Oh.
yeah, it's so we put him
And
under
then we
the
all
floorboards.
crawl into him.
Almost as if most of his ideas are actually Delilah's ideas.
Could we just split the difference literally and just keep like part of Derek?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, we don't want to eat.
George, which part?
The face.
Well, I mean, the face isn't for eating. Like, we gotta save that.
Yeah, well, the face-
The faces are good. I think we keep the faces, right? I mean,
I kind of assume if we have a dead body, we give the face to
the
George.
face. I
Like,
thought
George
that
gets
we
first
said
dibs.
Thank you so much, Bart. Scholar and a gentleman, this man. Maybe we just keep like a good leg, a nice leg of Derek.
That's good. We,
A Derek Hawk?
A Derek Hawk.
if we dip it in the ocean, we're basically curing it.
Of diseases that I don't believe in.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. You guys can keep a leg of Derek if you want that.
That's wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. So, and oh wait, we don't have the sweet hander, do we?
And
Oh yeah, I mean it's on the
Yeah.
ground.
I pick it up.
what were you looking for at the Kmart? What was that?
Oh, I need a couple of swords and honestly a backpack. Just a couple of fun things.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll tell you what. You can keep the leg of Derek, and we'll give you the backpack. Does that sound good? You can haul around the leg.
Yeah, that works.
You know,
In
that's
the
a
backpack.
Yeah, it's a nice way. And then once you eat all the meat, you got another weapon.
That's true. That's true.
Ah, the bone. I thought you meant the backpack could be a weapon. If you put it over somebody's head.
Ah,
Remind me to tell you I got a really good story about killing someone with a backpack.
I can't wait.
I said we'll strike a deal. You know what? And then we'll hand the bodies over. And
Fantastic, yeah. So you guys hand the bodies over, except for Derek. You guys chop off his leg. In the process, you find out why he had the nickname that he did. You give the body to the rest of the townspeople. And yes, everybody, we all get the joke.
Huge.
Fantastic.
Yes, Sequoia, because he was an absolute jerk.
No,
Yes.
he had the absolute unit of a nose.
Right.
And so it just reflected. Okay.
you know what they say about
Absolutely.
goblins?
They have big dicks?
Well, no, the human form.
Do they say
the
that?
nose, the
Only
nose.
if they're named Derek.
Yeah. Derek goblins.
Huge schlongers.
Huge wangers
Of course.
Ding dangers.
across the board for Derek goblins.
True hogs.
Fantastic. And with that, night begins to fall. You guys gather up your things and you guys head into your now vacant shack that you
Yeah.
get to sleep in
Hell yeah.
rent-free for the most of the night. With this, I would like to do one little thing.
Yes, we love little things.
I would like all of you guys to choose a die. The lower, possibly the better. Just pick one, and anybody tell me if you roll a 1. We are going to roll the calendar of Necrubel.
Oh, right.
Ooh. Anybody who gets a 1, go ahead and let me know.
4.
Yes, 1!
Hey!
That is 2.
Oh my god!
Now, with that, 2 of the 7 seals break.
Uh-oh. Okay, the seals break. Let's see, 2 seals. Seal 1.
Absolutely. Let me just do a real quick little roll here. Alright then. Okay, so for the very first one, ooh, goodness. You guys got Psalm 5:3 from the calendar of Necrubel. And the birds shall fall dead from the sky.
Oh,
Fuck that seagull.
At this point, you see all of the birds that were standing on top of the church, all immediately, like they begin seizing, they begin sputtering up this disgusting black goo, and they fall down to the ground as you hear the tolling of a bell.
that doesn't look good.
That big buff seagull, though, I mean, that thing was trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like, if anyone could survive that, it'd probably be it.
That thing's probably fine, honestly.
Do you think possibly this was a localized event, or maybe we won't have to deal with the creatures that were on the Leviathan?
Take out my spyglass aka in my hands, look out the ocean, and be like, nah, looks like a bunch of dead fucking birds out there, too.
Okay. And, my friends, the next one also hits us. Psalm 1:6. And blood cough shall spread like fire across the wastelands of the drought. Each of you begins to feel an itching in your throat, and you all see a small trickle of blood as you hear the surrounding townspeople begin to hack and cough and wheeze, their mouths coated in blood. And that is where we will end our session.
Oh God!
It's got worse, guys!
Thank
Oh,
you.
that was cool.
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. That's ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, MD Parker 4, Chef Francis, Crowman 76, Loading Mad Cat, M. Coling, November Stevenson, and Rosix 13. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.